We've built it up just to fall apart. Try to leave them wanting more. As we scream and we fight, carry on through the night. But the problem is never the cure. Every day we try to pray better than the lies and the sins. All the love, all the hate feel like one and the same. I only sink before I swim. I swear this time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. This time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. I'll forget all the dreams that we told our hearts and the pain that's there to start. Try to find what is safe from the scars that replace, like the faithful that converts. I swear this time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. This time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa. I'm standing proud. We sing it out. The Legion of the Underground. This time is gonna be the last one. Gonna be the last one. Oh, whoa.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Dallas Mavericks at their home, American Airlines Center. Well, for the Mavericks, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, injury histories always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah, it's a little, I take tomatoes, right, and I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce. And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
I put spaghetti?
Ginger. I put ginger in it. Yeah. Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in. A little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
And it's the Wizards on the road for this one with an interconference game today. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. This homestand ends here for the Mavericks as they get ready to hit the road. They don't have a lot of great things going on right now, losing their first 6 to start the season.
Yeah, and they've taken some lumps here on the season, but really this is a team that may be a ways away from contention, and although it's early, they're still, I think, just searching for a winning formula and something to build confidence from.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kev. Well, Rick Carlisle is a coaching graybeard. He's entering his second decade as coach of the Mavericks. He led them to the franchise's first and only title in 2011. Now, Eric Spoelstra lost that series to Carlisle, and he says of him, he's a Hall of Famer, a trailblazer as president of the Coaches Association. We all owe him a great deal. Kevin?
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A. Doors for a couple teams that had high hopes coming out of the gate. Frustration starting to build, and you can even sense it with the fans. They're getting a little bit nervous here.
And this is the critical stage where when you've gotten out of the gate slowly, it's your leadership that has to step up. They've got to have a strong voice in the locker room, not overreact to mounting frustrations, and just calm the nerves of the young players. It's important to keep your unity in tough times.
What do the coaches always say? Don't let go of the rope. Everybody's got to pull in the right direction, same direction. Don't let go of the rope.
Great point, Kev.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And now Washington's starting group. Ball at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Here's Doncic. Shot from the inbound. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Doncic has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Mavs. Here's Wall. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Well, physical finish by Wall, and if you're defending, you've got to get your money's worth.
John Wall, probably as pure a point guard as you're going to find in the NBA.
And go back to what his college coach told John Wall at the start of his NBA career. Your speed is lethal, and he has become a master at manipulating that speed and turning it into great shots for himself or great shots for his teammates. And what I appreciate perhaps more than anything else about John Wall, aside from his competitive streak, is his commitment to make himself a better shooter, because it's been integral to his success.
That's good from Wall.
You know what I love? That John Wall has stated clearly he would like to be the MVP of the NBA. I've no problem with that. You want guys to be ambitious.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Porter. Matthews finds Barnes. Smith outside. Wall with a block. And he's able to get it back. Block at 2. The 3 from Barnes. First shot, first miss. He's out of the blocks fast.
With that deep stroke, I like Barnes' ability to switch between the 3 and 4 spots. Two distinct things in terms of spacing on the floor and the requirements of the jobs.
Now, here's Howard. He had 10 points in the win against New York.
The assist.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. To the paint. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Doncic. Jordan's got his first points of the night.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break. Matthews leading the charge. Doncic, no good. The Wizards have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Wall. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. These two teams will only face off twice all season.
Well, so you want to make these opportunities count, right? Since they don't see each other often, it's going to be an intriguing battle.
Krills the baseline jumper. Wall's got 5 now.
Well, John Wall has always been such a reliable mid-range scorer. That short area quickness and elevation, so good.
Outside Matthews. Over in the corner, Barnes. 5 to shoot. Back to Matthews. From deep three-point range. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And there it is for him. He has 7.
Dwight Howard.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Down low. Smith, no good. Wizards have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Wall. The shot from the low post is good.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And last year, big expectations for the Washington Wizards. Yet, Doris, they couldn't get out of the first round of the playoffs.
Well, many believed, Kevin, they were too talented to finish as the 8th seed. And when you finish as the 8th seed, you play the top seed. So they lose to Toronto in the first round. There's still a ton of talent here, but lots left to prove.
moment here. Let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Coming off a terrific season, second in rebounding, and he ranks second in the league in field goal percentage, able to finish with force and even a little finesse at times.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. And he recovers it.
And Howard takes his shot blocking very seriously. Skying up and sending him back was his impressive verdict.
Wall's shot is good.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Wall. Nobody near Barnes. Dallas, no good that time either.
Boy, they're just giving him that shot. An easy opportunity. Stop it! Now, there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. On the wing, Porter. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Knocked away. Porter with the steal. Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
Well, when you combine good anticipation skills with real length, it is what makes Porter so dangerous picking up steals.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Down by 12. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
No, there's no question, Greg. I thought their defensive intensity was lacking from the outset. It looked like they were just hoping the other team would miss. Well, there's no doubt a lot of eyebrows were raised when Otto Porter signed a max deal. But the organization made it clear that the marketplace had spoken, and what Otto Porter brings to the table for this group is exactly what they're looking for, a knockdown three-point shooter and a versatile defender.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Otto Porter Jr. third.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Barnes dishes to Smith. Outside Matthews. Lets a floater go, and the layup is up and in. Well, speaking of Porter, what's amazing now is his consistency from 3.
I think when Otto was coming out of college, NBA scouts were somewhat worried about that shot. There was some funky mechanics involved, and it took him a couple of years to iron those out. But now, his range and consistency have added another dimension to this offense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Smith against Wall. Releases from 15.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
That's all about the positioning right there. Doesn't let anybody beat him to the spot before he can get the follow-up.
Lays it up off the glass. Wall's got 19 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Smith for 3. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
A work in progress for sure, but I like how Smith Jr. still keeps taking those deep shots.
Another shot, and there's the nice layup by Howard. Howard's got his second basket.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Smith the pass to Jordan. Doncic kicks to Smith. Five on the clock. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's what Jordan does best, an extremely lethal dunker.
Here's Wall. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
Doncic kicks to Matthews. Smith wide open. He fires. The three-pointer no good.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks.
Hey, guys, you have to like the way Beal is working himself to the free throw line. Great scorers make a living there.
Bradley Beal's evolution from prospect to all-star. He's a better scorer now, Doris, but also a better playmaker.
He is, Kevin, and Bradley Beal has been willing to take on more of the load on the offensive end. So not just wondering, okay, how do I get my shots, but how to involve his teammates. And his ability to improve that handle, the ability to put the ball on the deck and balance that perimeter shooting with the dribble drive makes him lethal. Well, Bradley Beal is turning himself into one of the elite two-way players in the NBA. Go back to 2017 when he becomes the youngest player in NBA history to make 700 career three-pointers. It happens to be the same season that he was voted into his first All-Star game, and his coach believes he should be one of the best defensive players on the perimeter in the NBA. Let's watch and see.
Smith surveying the D. Matthews, no one around him. Satoransky grabs the miss.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Mavericks trail by 15. And watching Beal now, much more assertive than when he first entered the league.
You know what, Kevin? The physical tools for Bradley Beal have always been there. He's got great size at the guard position. He's a knockdown shooter. He is a quiet leader, but an effective leader. And he's learning how to be the voice of a team. There is so much to like about Bradley Beal.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Bradley Beal. A 3 from Matthews. Cans it from downtown. Matthews has got 5 points so far.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open, let me make the game easy for him.
Here's Morris, and the layup is good. And the Wizards lead by 16.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's stolen by Morris. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
It's stolen by Morris. And Morris throws it down.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Now, here is Smith. 23 points his last outing. Here's Doncic. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Washington fast break. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Here's Smith after the basket by Washington. Outside Jordan. Passes it to Doncic. Morris against Barnes. Well, when people talk about Harrison Barnes, Doris, everyone will tell you he's one of the most poised and thoughtful players in the league.
I think some of that was on display during his tenure with the Golden State Warriors. And with this present organization, they've basically said, we need you to be a more vocal leader. And he's accepted that challenge.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. More and more, we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. And so it's Washington with it. Oubre, good. Oubre's got his first points of the game.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Well, Doris, for Kelly Oubre to maximize his potential in this league, the jump shot will be key.
Right, Kevin, and there are positive signs where Kelly Oubre and his long-range shooting are concerned. His usage and efficiency have both gone up over the last couple of years. He's also been more aggressive on the offensive end, spending more time at the free throw line, and you would expect that with the level of athleticism he brings.
Two-shot.
He misses the free throw.
And remember, he grew up in New Orleans, but Kelly Oubre had to move to Texas after Hurricane Katrina. Some tough times that he said put a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to this day.
And he sinks the second.
In today's NBA, we like to talk about that three-point shot. Well, the Dallas Mavericks, believe it or not, took the fourth most in the NBA last year.
Inside, Matthews. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And the Mavs, Doris, not only took a lot of threes, they made a lot of threes.
Well, when you have shooters, the likes of Dirk Nowitzki, Wes Matthews, Doug McDermott, the list goes on, three-point shooting was the least of their worries last season.
Yep, that one goes. Rivers has got his second basket of the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
They double him with Rivers. Finney-Smith passes to Matthews. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Gritty effort by Wes Matthews. Just buries himself in the paint and connects on a quality look.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The Mavericks shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Dallas moving the ball around. Kleber, the pass to Powell. And the basket is good. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Rivers shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Matthews. How he did last season. He was around 12 points a game, 2 assists and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
That free throw, no good. And the good news for the Wizards last year, they had a number of guys who could stretch the floor.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They finished 4th in the league in accuracy from three-point range. Otto Porter shot an incredible 44%. And John Wall, much improved. He and Bradley Beal, 37%.
And he's good on the second. We've got 1:18 left here in the first quarter. To the right side. For three. Oubre pulls it in.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Satoransky. Count the basket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
That's his first personal foul.
Okay. And you look at J.J. Barea and how he's played over the years. Has always been a spark plug for a team off the bench. It just plays with energy and creativity no matter the situation.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, how about the guy, undrafted, undersized guard out of Puerto Rico? What a career J.J. Barea has made for himself.
And both free throws good for Barea. Washington leading now by 23. Here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
Now the young fella showing no fear. Oubre driving in with reckless abandon.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Barea against Satoransky. Pass to Matthews. It's stolen by Green. Shot from 12. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Mahimi's got his first basket.
I think if you're built like Mahimi, you can absorb the hit and still complete the play.
Barea against Satoransky.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to take everybody by surprise putting the ball on the deck. Jan Mahimi taking what the defense gives him.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. From down in the low post, it goes.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Oubre dishes to Mahimi, and Mahimi with the stuff.
That's how it's done, my man. Jan Mahimi attacks the rim. No one gets in his way.
Got a piece of it. Kleba kicks to Barea. From deep. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Washington out in front, just dominating this one. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. The Wizards with a bad habit of playing down to the level of competition. Bradley Beal says it has got to change.
I think our biggest problem was not respecting our opponents, thinking it was going to be easy. We have to realize that everybody in this league is a pro. Everybody's capable of winning. Everybody's capable of scoring. And it's tough to win in this league. So it's important each and every night that we come out with the focus and mentality that, yeah, we're a good team, but we still have to produce on the floor.
Well, the Wizards are a team with a lot of confidence, Greg, but you have to watch out for overconfidence.
Like he said, it's about respecting your opponent and bringing maximum level effort every time.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you guys think?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
They've got Powell. J.J. Barea is out there with Matthews. And it's Finney-Smith in at small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play.
A nice shot by Barea.
I'll tell you, don't let the diminutive size fool you. This guy is not intimidated and can get his shot in the painted area.
And finished off by Oubre.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Oubre has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Barea, the pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Matthews against Rivers. 5 on the clock. Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
To the middle. Here's Powell. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
The drive by Green, and the basket is good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Measury, he's checked in for Dallas. And a change for the Wizards. Wall's checked in.
Shooting 1.
And Jeff Green, no good on that one. You know, Doris, the ability to beat the defender off the dribble, so important. Who do you think has the quickest first step right now in the league that you've seen personally?
Ooh, that's a great question, boy, Kev. I'll tell you some guys I wouldn't want to have to contend with on a night by night. No way I want to try to guard the wizardry of Kyrie Irving, right, or the flat-out end-to-end speed of John Wall, or the incredible explosive athleticism of Russell Westbrook. The deceptive nature of James Harden's game. Please, child, please, I don't want any part of any of those men.
You're getting riled up here. Here's Barea following the basket by John Wall. Powell finds Barea, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Guys, how about J.J. Barea? In his 12th year in the NBA, no less, he establishes career highs across the board and does nothing but get better with age. I love it.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Barea. And Barea now in his second run with Dallas won an NBA title with the team, you may recall, back in 2011.
Well, he was critical in that title run, Kev, and now he's trying to help this organization rebuild. This guy, a clear fan favorite, and it's incredible to me. He seems to be getting better with his age.
Both good from the line that time. Wizards have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-in-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff, thanks. Dallas making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's off on that one. And the Wizards now going the other way.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Oubre, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
See, Kelly Oubre understands how to take advantage of his athleticism on the interior. That's nice.
And he makes the first. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Dallas. Dennis Smith comes in for J.J. Barea. Then for the Wizards, Markieff Morris comes in for Mahinmi. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Rivers. And so he makes both from the line. Also often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
For Dallas, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Barnes against Beal. Pass to Doncic. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh boy, that's 2 on him now. And if he gets a third foul before halftime, his playing time is going to have to be limited for a bit.
Barnes, right side.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Wizards have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. Count it.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Wall. Oh, and he misses the dunk. The Mavericks shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Here's Smith. They get a hand on it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Wall.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
The shot's good from Smith.
Timeout. Working on his interior game, Smith Jr. is very aware he has what it takes to score from there.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. For the Dallas Mavericks, it's been a rough couple years, but Doris, you get the sense that this lull is just temporary.
And the reason you think that's because when you combine great coaching with great management, you know you're going to make the right decision more often than not. So it's never easy to turn over an aging roster, but they hit big time on Dennis Smith Jr. And overall, I think the arrow is pointing up with this organization.
Checked in for the Wizards.
And here's a look at some numbers for Howard. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in rebounding, 7th in blocks, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. Now here's Wall. 26 points for him last game against New York.
And it was a big game for him at the defensive end as well. He never stopped pressuring the basketball, coming up with one steal after another.
Wall with the steal. Banked in off the glass. Wall's got 27.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Smith against Wall. And it's sent back by Howard.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Got a piece of it, and they get it back. Doncic with it. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against New York.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Doncic has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Porter trying to free himself up. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Porter. Porter's got 4 assists in the game. Down low, Mejri. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered by Beal. Mejri kicks to Smith. From outside, off the mark.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Wall's shot is good.
And Kev, you have to love how John Wall just picks his spots. Tonight, he's found quite a few openings. Love it.
Now, here is Smith. He has 5. And a miss there on the triple.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Wall, that's good.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Wall against Smith. Mejri kicks to Barnes. Out to Smith. There's the 3. Connects from three-point range. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wall, no luck.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Smith missing again.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
Yeah, I like him forcing the issue inside. Wall playing with purpose right now.
Dallas has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Salah Mejri. And a switcher also for Washington. Satoransky's checked in. The Mavericks shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Every team looking for long limb guys in the wing, Doris. Otto Porter is ascending up that list.
Yeah, Otto Porter is a guy who can do a little bit of everything. He can rebound, he can defend multiple positions, he's got the length to create turnovers, and of course that big-time range gives you a lot of spacing on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Kleber's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And the Mavericks with some changes. Mike Powell comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Barnes. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Matthews against Beal. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays. Didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Here's Howard. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 10.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
And Beal kicks to Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, if Porter realizes how close the defense is on him, he simply gets the contact, still knocking down the shot, too.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
2.
First one falls for him.
I think when you talk about the Dallas Mavericks, it's not hard to think about the ownership. Driven, intelligent, committed, and the team has embodied those traits.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Dennis Smith. And then for Washington, Green comes in for Morris, and it's Rivers in for Beal. And Porter drops them both. And even though the Mavericks had a couple of bad years in a row, this franchise remains rock solid.
Well, think about they've had consistency from the top down. It's a pioneering organization that's always looking at the next innovation. And remember, they have a very strong fan base.
Well, he's done his part, no doubt about it. Still yet to miss in the game.
A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 9.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Now here's Barea. He has 6. Finney-Smith passes to Powell. Here's Finney-Smith, pocket 6. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
A nice shot by Rivers.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Well, they haven't had to force anything. They're simply moving the ball and working for the best available shot.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Ian Mahidane. Wizards timeout. Okay, Dallas, stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. To the inside, Matthews. The layup off target.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket.
John Wall getting it done for Washington. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Bradley, good flow and good pace in the first half. Exactly the guys you want to play. What's going right?
Just open looks and being aggressive. We were able to get to the basket a few times. The guys are knocking down open shots when we had the opportunity to. I mean, the shots are actually falling tonight, so that's all it is.
They love to see it when your shots go in. Thanks, Bradley. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He ended up with 33 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. And it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Barnes for 3, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Morris. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Just a really good finisher inside. Morris showing aggressiveness at the point of attack.
And one thing Rick Carlisle is known for is his accountability.
Right, and that extends to himself as much as it does the players who play for him. Listen, if this guy makes the wrong play call, he is going to make sure you know about that. And I think that's an approach you see from the top down in this organization.
Here's Smith following the basket by John Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Wall against Smith. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Free throw line jump shot. Rebound by the Wizards. Howard's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And you see the remarkable athleticism of John Wall sailing in for the flush.
For Dallas, they've gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Smith finds Barnes. Back to Smith. The 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Tough start to the second half. Just 1 for 5. Wow.
Here's Beal. Lays it up off the glass. Beal's got 10.
moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Barnes. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
I'll tell you, the thing about Barnes, sometimes struggles to create the tight handle he continues to work on, really thrives when it's catch and shoot.
Count that one.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Smith against Wall. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
This is Smith Jr. in a nutshell, a fearless guy who takes on all comers when he's looking to score.
Well, it's been a pretty strong start to Dennis Smith Jr.'s career. He knows he has work to do, right? You've got to cut down on the over-dribbling as you adjust to the team system. But I think what you like is the coach also says the team needs to adjust to his play style. He's the future leader here.
Smith no good on the free throw. Well, and for Smith, most Dallas fans and the organization doors see him as the next face of the franchise.
Right, and give Dirk some credit for passing the torch and guiding Dennis Smith Jr. through his rookie season, because I'll say this, Smith was all ears and took to what Dirk had to say and tried to apply it both on and off the court.
That's good from Beal on the assist by Morris. And that's 12 points for Beal.
I tell you, that's physical defense. Bradley Beal being aggressive, maintains his focus, finishes through contact. Exactly what you want from this guy.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Barnes. 6 points for him. Jordan kicks to Barnes. Dallas moving it around. And that one is good. Smith's got 14 points for the game.
Well, there's a level of concentration required on the interior, and Dennis Smith Jr. more than up to the task.
Wall, that's good.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
And it's Smith penetrating, and he makes good on the layup. 16 points for him.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr. is a tough cover because he can finish with either hand. You better not give up the lane because he'll make you look foolish.
That one goes in.
Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
Fires from deep. Traps in the tray. Smith's got 9 points here in the second half.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Offensive rebound. Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 16 rebounds. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Smith the pass to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Luka Doncic.
Guys, think about the first time John Wall registered his first triple-double. Only 4 players in NBA history had registered it in fewer games than he did. Think about these names: Oscar Robertson, Connie Hawkins, Magic Johnson, and Hambone Williams. Incredible.
2 shots.
No good on that one. And when you look at Wall, the speed, the length, the skill, Doris, this is a guy who can carry your team.
And we talk a lot about his physical attributes and how those translate to success, the blinding speed. It's the instincts to me and the competitive streak, though, guys, that makes John Wall very special.
Measuring, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Smith dishes to Barnes. Back to Smith. The three. Rebound by the Wizards. Howard's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Wall attacking. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, took it aggressively right at the defense, and it pays off. Wall making it happen as usual.
And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good.
When the Washington Wizards are healthy, you know that their game is to get out and transition. But you think back to a year ago, they lost John Wall for half of those games. So that really took its toll on their transition ability.
Now, here's Mejri. To the paint, here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. And talking about the effect of Wall's absence last year, Doris, it also hurt their ability to create turnovers.
Well, the two go hand in hand, Kevin, because steals obviously lead to transition opportunities. And John Wall, of course, one of the very best in the league at turning you over and then going to the other end to get an easy one.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's the mobility and athleticism John Wall has on the interior. He feels at ease amongst the trees.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Barea subbed in for Smith. And then for Washington, Mahimi's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Morris. And it's Rivers in for Beal.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Wall. The Dallas Mavericks last season could not have been more disappointing, Doris.
Well, you think about management for this organization, Kevin. They had tried to avoid a rebuild. But at some point, every franchise probably has to go through it. And one of the things you must have in a rebuild is patience.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Saransky's checked in for Washington. Powell kicks to Barea. Back to Powell. The pass to Barea. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
Count it, good.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Here is Barea after Jeff Green's bucket. Now, here's Barea. He's got 6, and it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Dallas ball.
And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Doncic, no good. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. And it's good, 2 points. 8 points for Jeff Green.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one. Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
Barea, the pass to Doncic. Now here's Powell, guarded by Green. Now Doncic, 6 on the shot clock. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
All right, a chance to look at some stats for Rivers. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 15 points a game last season. 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And right now, he's just a role player, but he's working hard and contributing in spurts.
Well, we've certainly seen flashes of what this guy can do, but he has got to find a way to consistently do it if he wants to be a starter.
And he knocks down the first one. Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. Rivers hits both of them.
Well, you think about the Washington Wizards and the problems they have had on the interior defending. Last year, they gave up a ton of points in the paint, and for the past 3 years, they've been around the bottom of the league for block shots.
Doncic and Dallas again with the bucket.
He's been heating it up since the break, getting some excellent looks right now.
Here's Satoransky. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
Here's Barea. He has 6. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Mahinmi. And it's Mahinmi finishing it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Kleba, no good. And Doris, so much of Washington's talent lately has been on the perimeter.
Right, it begins with an all-star backcourt. You've got the ferociously fast John Wall and the sweet shooting Bradley Beal. But I think they do need to balance that with a little bit of interior play.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half. Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Doncic with the steal. Takes the 13-footer. That one wide left.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
And it's in there. Satoransky's got 6.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Knocked loose. Barea kicks to Doncic. Here's Kleba, guarded by Mahinmi. Pass to Barea. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 5 to shoot. From 13. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Oh, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
And so Washington again turning it over. And we'll get a look here where the shots have been coming from for him.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times. Because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Inside, Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
Here's Oubre. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Satoransky against Barea. Pass to Finney-Smith. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. He's got 10.
And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
Here's Mahinmi. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Doncic passes to Kleba, right wing. And here's Barea outside. And it's Rivers with the rebound. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Oubre. Mahinmi trying to get open. Oubre, good. Oubre's got 22.
Oh, boy, Kevin. Kelly Oubre is rolling. You can see all that potential starting to rise.
Oh!
Wow.
And, guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And guys, you know you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
He's checked in for Doncic. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Washington. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. Powell with the steal. Pass to Finney-Smith. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Satoransky. Here's Green. That one falls. Green's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's stolen by Green. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Wizards running away with it. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Satoransky kicks to Mahinmi. Here's Rivers. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And for Washington, Jason Smith is out there with Brown. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Wizards making a switch here. Lions checked in. inside. Brunson, good.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Brown drives in. Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man and you deliver the ball right away.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And for the Wizards, Austin Rivers is out there with Satoransky. And there's Bryant, then there's Brown, and it's Smith in at center.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
Great open look there.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. To the inside, Brokoff makes it off the glass.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Here's Satoransky. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Now the pass to Brunson. Bryant with the rebound. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Smith, the pass to Satoransky. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced 2-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, do you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a 2-way player in Quinn Cook who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Dallas again missing. The Wizards have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. A nice shot by Rivers.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
For Washington, they've gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Brokoff drills it from outside.
Gentlemen, this guy goes from good three-point shooter to great when you give him that kind of space.
Pass to Kleba. And the rejection by Smith. And here we go. Washington fast break. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for him.
You know, I think, Greg, the faster the tempo, the better they are. And I love the pace they're playing with right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks.
One shot.
Measury comes in for Maxi Kleber, and it's Barnes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Beal's checked in for Rivers. Free throw good, Satoransky. And I'll tell you what, Doris, Thomas Satoransky, he's got some game.
He certainly does, Kevin. We're talking about a point guard with excellent size and vision. He's an efficient shooter with some big-time range. And Satoransky will be a little bit more assertive the more confident he gets. This guy is on his way up.
Outside, Beal. Jacks up a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Beal's got 19 points.
Now, this guy's deadly from the perimeter. Beal never hesitates.
Brokoff. Dallas, no good that time either. Washington has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. That's tipped. And here is Barnes. Pass to Brunson. We talk about positionless basketball. Swingmen very much in demand. Players who go, Doris, around 6'6", 6'8", 6'9", who can do a little bit of everything.
Well, I think if you look at an organization like the Boston Celtics, who seems to have put its roster very much in mind, together with the idea that you've got to have switchability almost across the board. The Jason Tatum, the Jaylen Brown fit into that description absolutely perfectly. Long, athletic, can guard multiple positions. Switching screens has become such an integral part of NBA defenses, Kevin, that the idea of versatility is valued on both ends.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Yeah, it looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
Barnes can't get it to go.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just one in the first.
Wall, good.
That teardrop, right? Such a valuable tool for point guards. Able to get it off in the lane was John Wall.
Brunson the pass to Barnes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
There's a seriousness about Harrison Barnes and the way he approaches his improvement as an NBA player. This guy had to work on being able to create his own shot, which led to that increased scoring after joining Dallas. I think the next step is probably, can you create for others and make them better?
That's good from Barnes. And for Barnes, the improvements aren't limited, Doris, to his offensive game.
Well, think back to a year ago, Kevin. He had career numbers in terms of his rebounding productivity. It had been a knock on him in the past. But let's give his work ethic in the offseason credit. This guy added a new wrinkle to his game.
Green, he's checked in for the Wizards. And so he's able to get one of two. A lot of people have looked at the schedule of the NBA, Doris, and they think you could eliminate back-to-backs of teams that face each other 4 times in a season, do a 2-game series in each city. It's kind of a baseball-type feel. Would you support that?
It's an intriguing possibility to me, Kevin, because, one, it would cut down on travel, which obviously would make things a little bit better and easier for players. The travel schedule is taxing, particularly on back-to-backs. And so I don't know if there would be an opportunity for Adam Silver to maybe somehow run a test case. Would you be willing to put it in for a season, see how it fits in the overall context of the season? But it is an intriguing idea, and we are trying to improve the product no matter which way we go.
Here's Wall. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
So both teams changing it up here. Dallas has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Over in the corner, Doncic. His three-pointer is off the mark. Washington's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Wall, no luck. And there's the pass to Barnes. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. Here's Wall. Here's Smith. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
You know, I think he senses a team on the ropes, and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. And there it is for him. Wall's got 58.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Wall. Hits it again. Wow. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
This is unmatched speed at his size and certainly at the point guard position. How are you going to stop that?
To the inside. Mejri. Good. And it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 9 assists now tonight. The Wizards shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Here's Wall, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Dallas moving the ball around. Barea finds Barnes. This one for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
Well, the elevation on display by John Wall.
Dallas has gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Mejri misses.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Bradley Beal. David.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Washington. The word is he has strained his Achilles tendon. He'll have to sit the rest of this one out, and it's unclear how much longer he'll be out afterwards. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you for the update. I know we're all interested in what his status is.
And it might be a tough road back for him. I mean, but one thing's for sure, he will be back.
Well, we know this. The guy's a fighter. I'm sure nobody's more disappointed than he is to have to go through this. But I am sure this guy will work every day to get back as quick as possible. Incredibly reliable as a scorer. He's always looking for ways to help the team succeed. It's happening again tonight.
To the middle. Here's Mejri. That misses off the backboard. Washington's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision-making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
Free throw good, Satoransky. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. And a switcher also for Washington. Rivers, he's checked in for John Wall. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. They get a hand on it. There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And another basket for Dallas.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
And Green gets it to go.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in the second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
And it's good, 2 points.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Washington.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for John Wall.
Boy, we got to see this guy's full range of offensive ability. He scored at every opportunity and in every way imaginable.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Over Smith. And another basket for Dallas.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Here's Oubre, and he makes good on the layup.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Passes to Doncic. Count that bucket.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game, because this one looks over.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're up. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back, because no other reason to call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
Everybody get your roll on, and you loving that's a no-no. Why? You know I get around, big time and only with that nappy sound. I be coming famous, I love it. I got on the public, in the Escalade with the shower. Up and down and up they going. Ooh, I'm ballin' like baby. They wanna have my baby. Nah, fresh like mayonnaise. Big time. Whoa. Not big time. Big time. Big time.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Offensive rebound, Mahimi, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
Misses off the left iron. From past the arc, misses. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
Well, we just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him, and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time